The Game of Time, the Philadelphia Experiment. American history has been home to many mysterious events, but some of these events are so strange and unexplainable that they are still debated. To this day, one of these stories is a mysterious event known as the Philadelphia Experiment, which is claimed to have occurred just after World War II. Here is the story of this bizarre and enigmatic event. The Eldridge ship. The story revolves around the U.S. Navy's warship, the USS Eldridge. The story dates back to October 28, 1943. On that day, the ship was in the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard. Allegedly, scientists had developed a new technology during wartime to hide from enemy radars, known as electromagnetic radiation cloaking. The aim was to render the ship invisible to enemy radars and thus keep it safer during wartime. However, unforeseen things happened during the experiment. Again, the USS Eldridge suddenly became invisible. The ship and its crew were no longer visible to the naked eye. However, the consequences of this experiment could have been catastrophic. When the ship reappeared, many of the crew members began experiencing symptoms resembling radiation sickness. Some died immediately, while others had horrifying experiences resulting from delirium and radiation poisoning. Claims and controversies. The Philadelphia Experiment has circulated as a mysterious tale among the public for years. The authenticity and logic of this story are still being debated. Many argue that this event is merely a myth with no scientific basis. However, witnesses claimed to have seen the event, and some documents suggest that it did take place. Some theorists claim that the experiment was a success and that the ship might have been cloaked in radiation. According to them, the United States government developed and tested this technology. However, the consequences of the experiment went beyond expectations and were terrible. The mystery persists. The Philadelphia Experiment remains an unsolved mystery. Many people believe that it is merely a legend and that it never happened. However, some still believe in the reality of this event and question the results of America's secret experiments. Uncertainty lingers, and this story continues to be remembered as one of America's greatest mysteries. The Philadelphia Experiment adds an intriguing dimension to America's history of secrets. And enigmatic. After the experiment following the Philadelphia Experiment, the USS Eldridge ship was immediately shut down, and many official records concerning the sailors were destroyed. However, the secrecy surrounding this event didn't end here. It served as a basis for future covert experiments. According to some claims, following the failure of the experiment, similar research was carried out, and the technologies developed were used on a smaller scale. The government continued to explore such technologies to hide military ships from enemy radars and influence the outcome of the war. The crew of the USS Eldridge and their families, on the other hand, had to deal with the effects of the trauma they had endured for years. Many people argue that the trauma experienced by the ship's crew was swept under the rug by the government and remains ignored. Today, what's happening now? The Philadelphia Experiment has continued to inspire numerous conspiracy theories. Some people assert that the government is still conducting these experiments in secret and keeping them hidden from the public. Researchers and theorists have been trying to unravel the truth behind the incident, but concrete evidence has remained elusive. In the present day, the Philadelphia experiment continues to be a source of inspiration for science fiction stories and conspiracy theories. This mysterious event remains one of the most significant mysteries in American history, and it may someday reveal its secrets. But for now, the question of what happened and how it happened will continue to perplex people, and only a few may truly know the full story. As the years passed, the mystery of the Philadelphia experiment continued to reside in the minds of many. However, some claims suggest that this story might go beyond just an experiment. In the early 2000s, a group of independent researchers and scientists studying the effects of the experiment did their best to uncover the truth. They attempted to access tightly guarded government documents, but were unsuccessful. Yet, their research led to some intriguing findings. According to some accounts, following the failure of the initial experiment, the USS Eldridge was rendered entirely unusable. In 1947, however, the Navy made an attempt to reactivate the ship. Some parts of the ship were replaced, and trials at sea were conducted. During these sea trials, strange occurrences were reported. Crew members claimed to have witnessed peculiar lights and sounds on the ship. Some even suggested that they had traveled through time inside the ship. Others believed that the ship was taken over by a ghostly crew. Consequently, the USS Eldridge was once again decommissioned and, this time, left abandoned. The tracks of the Philadelphia experiment may still exist in the waters of America. The effects of the experiment and the secrets behind it continue to be shrouded in mystery. Perhaps one day, someone will decipher this enigma and reveal an extraordinary truth to the world. For now, the Philadelphia experiment remains one of America's greatest mysteries, and only a handful of people might know the whole story. The allure of the unknown, conspiracy theories, and the notion of secret government experiments still captivate the imagination of many. This story serves as a reminder of the mysteries that history has yet to unveil.